Alright, let's take a step back. Let's take a break from all the news videos, people laughing at me in the comments for using the word edging in my intros a lot. Let's take a second and talk about something that really truly grinds my gears. Some petty grievances, some might say if you're a Richard Lewis fan. We are, of course, heading into the new year. The second year of CS2 is upon us, and the question is now arising. What needs to change to make the game better? I would argue that right now, there's a lot good about Counter-Strike. It's already in a much healthier place than it was on launch a year ago, but there are definitely some big systemic issues that need to be tackled. The map pool, the cheating problem, new and regular content updates, what's going to happen with Premiere, will we ever see a Season 2? But right at the very front of that list, the biggest problem when it comes to just playing CS2 day to day for me and for many other players is the fact that pistol rounds absolutely suck and contribute to a larger issue with the economy in the game. So today, I'm going to make the argument for how we should approach changing pistol rounds for the better as we head into 2025. My name is LionHeartZ, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out immensely in the YouTube algorithm. And before we get started, I would like to thank today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by SkinClub, and today I'd like to talk to you about a current special event. SkinClub are the official sponsor of this year's HLTV Awards. If you go to their website and click the events page, click the SkinClub HLTV Awards page, you can make predictions on all of the award categories, and if you get the right results, you'll earn points towards free giveaways for awesome skins. The better your picks, the better potential loot you could win. It's free to enter for anyone with a SkinClub account, and you have until January 11th to make your choices, so make sure you lock them in before then, and best of luck to you. Also, if you decide to open cases on SkinClub, you can use my link in the top of the description for a 7% bonus on your next deposit via crypto, credit card, or with skins from your inventory. Please gamble responsibly. Do not gamble if you are under 18, live in a country or jurisdiction that restricts gambling, or to make a profit. Gambling should be something you do for fun, with money you are okay losing. Addiction is a serious illness, and if you or a loved one are suffering from gambling addiction in the US or Canada, you can reach out to 1-800-GAMBLER toll-free for help. Please be safe and well, and thank you to SkinClub for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get right back to it. Okay, so this isn't just coming out of nowhere. If you ever catch me live on stream, twitch.tv/LionHeartZ2, I rant pretty much every single night about how much I hate pistol rounds, so I'm heavily biased. But I'm going to do my best to set aside my emotional bias here and bring just facts to the situation. I was spurred to talk about this topic once again while I was watching famous Cuban expat, the greatest football coach in all of England, Ricardo Luis, do his review of the Shanghai Major, in which he said something to the effect of this.
Pistol rounds must go. No place for them in MR12. Why is there just a round where we run at each other with guns we might not use for the rest of the fucking game? It's an anachronism.
And I totally agree. In fact, I am so in lockstep with Richard on this topic that in my opinion, the best single change Valve could make to Counter-Strike is to remove pistol rounds entirely and start every game at 10,000 cash and see which team is better. I think that would be the objective, best possible product. It would bring out the most competitive games possible at all levels of play, and every single player would benefit from this change. Now, I'm also a realist, and I understand that that's absolutely never going to fucking happen, despite my dreams and wants. I know it's just not tenable for something so entrenched in how we play the game to be suddenly removed. So, because tradition is the coward's excuse to avoid change, I will instead try to construct an argument for how we can fix and change pistol rounds to be a better environment for everybody involved. First, let's identify the issues. The first and largest issue with pistol rounds is their proportional effect on the outcome of the game. This should go without saying, we've talked about this before, it's a done-to-death topic within the community. Pistol rounds matter more than any other round in the entire game, save the game-winning round. And if you somehow don't believe that still after all of this mounting evidence, not just from me, but from pros, high-level players, analysts, anybody with eyes and a brain, I'll give you guys some numbers from the recent Shanghai Major. I went through all of the best of ones in the challenger stage of the Major and tallied up how many pistol rounds the winning team won in each game. As you can see here from this very simple pie chart, the winning team won one or both pistol rounds in 85% of the best of ones played at the final stage of the major. But I hear you in the comments already. These are just best of ones. Best of ones are pretty random, especially in MR12. Is there anything else that I can use to back up this evidence further? Well, we'll take it one step further. If pistol rounds didn't have a disproportional weight on winning, then we would see a fair number of results in the best of threes where teams that didn't win the majority of pistol rounds could still win the series. However, there were only 3 such series during the rest of the major where that occurred. And in all 3 of these cases, there are more conclusions that can be drawn. These 3 series were Mouse vs 3D Max, Navi vs Gamer Legion, and then G2 vs Heroic in the playoffs. In all 3 of these series, the teams that won, Mouse, Navi, and G2, were the higher ranked and the favorite team to win in these series, and proved it by winning despite being at an obvious economic disadvantage in these maps by losing these pistol rounds. So aside from these 3 series, every other best of 3 at the final stage of the major was won by the team that won the most pistol rounds across all maps played. And it's all about economic advantage. That's what this all comes back to. Pistol rounds allow you to snowball Econ advantage early, putting the other team on the back foot, and it leads to an unequal playing field, especially when it comes to the CT economy already being tougher than the Ts by rule. In effect, it could be stated that these first 3 rounds have more of an impact on the outcome of a half than anything else, and that's why at the pro level, you'll often see teams engaging in force buy wars back and forth until a team can force a save out of the other by winning 2 in a row. So if you win these first 3 rounds because you won the pistol round, you do that on both halves, that is 6 rounds that really are divorced from how the rest of the game feels. A quarter of the rounds you can play before overtime, basically half of the rounds needed to win the game. And this leads into the second biggest issue with pistol rounds, they're also the most random round in the game because of pistol mechanics. There is no variance like this anywhere in Counter-Strike, like pistol accuracy and people just running at each other with dual Berettas and Glocks. In fact, the dual Berettas and the Glock being the 2 best pistol round weapons by far is an indictment for how much variance there is during the pistol round. Especially at normal levels of play, the most effective strategies are to Glock rush on T side and buy dual Berettas on CT side unless you need to anchor a far off position like mid on Mirage. And it leads to some of the most frustrating rounds that I personally experience on a game-to-game basis. There is nothing less satisfying than someone with a Glock, a dual Beretta, or even a USP just running around the corner at Mach 1 and tearing your head off from distance in a random stream of bullets. Yes, there is a lot of skill expression in pistol rounds. I will not deny that. But you cannot sit here and tell me that pistol rounds are not dominated by random chance as a whole because of how much it encourages you to spam and strafe. So I have a simple solution. Follow me here. The math here might get a little bit complicated. We should just not have pistols be as accurate while you're running around like an idiot. Maybe? Now, if this was up to me, I woke up tomorrow, I was Gabe Newell, I was living on the yacht in the middle of nowhere, this is how I would do it. I would make everything just like how rifles work. I think the defining aspect of Counter-Strike as a game and why it's so great at its core is how all aspects of its mechanics matter when it comes to getting kills. Not only do you need to have good aim, you need to have mastered spray control, you need to have mastered your accuracy resets. And of course, you need to have mastered your movement to not throw off any of those previous aspects. The ability to juggle being mobile, elusive, and counter-strafe to have maximum accuracy is an art that the best players in the world have spent thousands of hours of mastering, and pistols are utterly divorced from that reality. So I think we should tone down running accuracy on pistols and SMGs to bring them significantly more in line with their rifle counterparts. Now again, if I was in total control, they would be exactly the same. We would absolutely cut the wheat from the chaff and we would find who are the best at their ability to balance these mechanics. But I understand that that's far too extreme and a lot of players wouldn't enjoy that. So let's have a compromise. I think pistols should be less accurate while moving at mid to long ranges while maintaining the ability to, within close range, move and outpace players who are full bot using rifles. I would combine this with a further nerf to the Glock specifically by making it far less accurate when you just spam it as fast as possible. As right now, with the Glock, with its combination of fire rate and magazine size, essentially has no downsides when shooting it as fast as possible. It's still plenty accurate, and its volume of fire makes the other CT pistols outside of the dual Berettas feel very, very weak by comparison. I would also mirror the same nerfs to the dual Berettas as well. This would create a renewed division between players who are actually good at using pistols and those who are not. And guess what? I would be on the receiving end of these nerfs. I suck at pistols. This is not me trying to be the elitist who's really good with USB headshots. No. Make no mistake, I am terrible when I try to become Nico and click heads one shot at a time. The only time I am good in pistol rounds is when I'm spamming the Glock at the speed of sound, or I'm doing the same thing on the CT side with the dual Berettas. So this nerf would hurt me, but it would also make the game, I think, so much better. At that point, if we could just make the CT economy less shit, make the FAMAS less expensive, make kits less expensive, maybe bump the loss bonus for TTs just a little bit, then I think CS2 could reach equilibrium in terms of economic balance, and we could really see who the better teams are in a lot of these matchups. Because while still, the better team will win in the vast majority of cases, right now, pistol rounds and the way they affect the economy have a disproportionate effect on the outcome of games, and that needs to change going into the new year. But hey, ultimately, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about pistol rounds in the comments down below. I'll be down there responding as always. Once again, thank you to SkinClub for sponsoring this video. Make sure you get those HLTV award picks in before the 11th. You can check the link down below if you want to play on SkinClub. Please do so responsibly. You'll get a 7% deposit bonus by clicking that link. Thank you to SkinClub. Thank you to my channel members, Justin, Jesse, Furley, Bubblesj, Milan Berta, Dr. Cocktor, and Patates Köftesi. If you want to support me directly, you can do so at the link in the description down below. $5 a month gets you an exclusive role in our community Discord. It also gets your name at the end of the video, just like this. Thank you to all of our channel members. Follow me on twitch.tv/LionHeartZ. I stream Sunday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out. And without any further ado, I'll see you guys next time in another video. Peace.